Good morning, grade 9s. Just wanted to do a quick video looking at the answer key for this sheet here. So let's get into it. So I'll just go through a couple and we'll go through them all, but check out a few anyways. So first part, just kind of labeling a polynomial. And the first thing we look for is the name, and we look for how many terms we have. So in this one we have two terms. Two terms we use binomial. Okay, next we go for coefficients. Coefficients are anything in front of a variable. Okay, so in this case, 11 is our coefficient. Variables, so we have one variable is x. The degree is 1, so we look for the lowest or the highest exponent that we have, and x is the same as x to the power 1. So the degree would be 1 for this one. And then our constant, make sure you keep the sign with it. Constant would be -5. Okay, second one is 13b squared minus 4b plus 3. So it's got three terms, so it's a trinomial. It has two coefficients, so the 13 and the -4, and the variable is b. The highest exponent is 2, and so that's the degree, and the constant is +3. Okay, just skip down to this one. I kind of changed it, had a funny symbol, sorry about that. But I just changed it to -3 in this one. If you didn't do that one, that's fine. But the main thing to look at with this one is just the degree. So if I have x squared y, when I'm looking at the degree, I have to add the exponents. So this one is 2, and the y has a 1 that I can't see. So 2 plus 1, so my degree is 3 for that one. Okay, some won't have a constant. Okay, so these two don't have a constant, so just make note of that as well. Okay, second one. This one, basically all you're doing is simplifying the equations, combining like terms, and they end up matching up with the other ones. Okay, so these ones I ended up combining my x squareds right here. I ended up combining my there's the one x, or there's the x's right here, and then I have my constants as well, 7 minus 6. So I get to there, and it'll always kind of match up. One thing to notice on this one is that originally this is not in the correct order, so we can put a polynomial in any order. Okay, usually we want it in descending order, so we look at the exponents, right? Descending order is from the highest exponent to the lowest. Okay, next one, adding and subtracting. Okay, first one, remember with adding we can just remove the brackets and combine the terms, or we can just ignore the brackets in this case. Okay, so this one I just had my x squareds, 4x squared minus 10x squared is -6x squared. I got positive x, and this one's a 3m, right? So I can't combine those ones, they're not like terms, so I just have to write out my x and write out my m, and then I have my +2 here. Okay, so again, we look at the first one here. So we're going to leave the first one, and then the second one, we change this to addition. And then what we have to do is we have to change the signs of each of the terms. Okay, so the -6b becomes +6b. Positive 2c becomes -2c, and +2 becomes -2. And now I can add the terms. Okay, so we're just applying this subtraction sign to each of the terms in the second one. So now I just add, okay, -3 plus -2 is -5, -7 plus -2 is -10c, and then the 3b plus 6b is 9b. Okay, next one, again, more addition. Again, just ignore the brackets. Let's look at 5 real quick. So in 5, okay, one way that I like to do it is I picture a -1, and you're multiplying your -1 by each term. And basically all that does is it changes the signs of each of the terms that you're subtracting. Okay, so when I write it again, I write out my first one, okay, and then my first one I go -1 times the positive m squared, so I get -m squared. This one here is plus 7mn, and then the last one +2. Okay, now just combine like terms. Okay, and I get 2m squared plus 3mn plus 7. Okay, and then the very last one, it's a perimeter question. So remember, perimeter, we're adding all the sides together. So first step is I'm going to figure out what the two sides I know are. Okay, so that's this one and this one. And I add them together and I get a plus 20. Okay, then it tells me that the whole perimeter, so the whole distance around, is 2a plus 23. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to subtract the two sides that I know. So I'm basically subtracting this or what I got from here. So this comes into here. And when I subtract, again, I have to change the signs. So it becomes negative a and negative 20. And when I combine my terms, I should get a plus 3. So the length of the missing side is a plus 3 for that one.